Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining me for today's How Do They Currently Feel About You? Pick a card reading. This is Group A or Group 1, Group 2, and Group 3. Okay? So, let's get into the messages for these groups. I'm going to start off with Group 1 or Group A. We'll see what the cards say. Playfulness, okay? Playfulness. So this could be a casual relationship. This person may want you to take things a bit more lightly, be less serious. Some of you guys may have a timetable, or you're putting undue pressure on this person to meet certain deadlines or milestones in the relationship. You're not letting things flow easily or naturally. You may be trying to control the progress of this relationship or the evolution of the relationship. This is like controlling behavior here. Then we have, how can I be more kind to myself and offer more grace in this very moment? I'll read that. And then we have Page of Wands. We have playful energy and the Five of Pentacles. Okay, this kind of makes sense. So some of you guys are being told to chill out. Not in a bad way, but like you could be trying to move forward too quickly. You're trying to rush to commitment or exclusivity before this person's ready to. So you could have met this person recently and you liked them a lot, and now you're trying to rush them to commit to you. They're not ready for that. They want you to be more playful, to take a more casual, a lighthearted attitude in this relationship. They want you to let things flow naturally, easily. You could be too controlling here. How can I be more kind to myself and offer more grace in this very moment? Growing our self-love, Five Pentacles, a lack of self-love here, is medicine to this world's broken hearts. When you heal, we all heal. When you give yourself more grace, you're able to give the world more grace. And you're not giving this person grace because you may be using this relationship as a way to cope with other negative emotions you have about yourself, albeit loneliness, insecurity, self-doubt. You may be looking to them to validate you in some way. Today's soul action, look at yourself with a grace filter. You're really hard on yourself. Some of you guys could be like, okay, I'm 30 plus years old. I'm not married yet. I don't have any kids. And so you meet this person and you're trying to pressure them into conforming to a standard or a lifestyle that they're not ready for because of societal pressures. It's not about them. They don't have an issue with you. You have an issue with yourself. And so you see them saying, let's take things slowly as a rejection, when in actuality, they want the relationship to progress naturally. Someone's trying to control everything. Five Pentacles. You're trying to control everything because you feel insecure about yourself. It's like, if I can control this person, then I feel better about myself. You are meant to be in this moment of your life. Release the inner critic, Five Pentacles, and fill in that hole. There's a void within you that you're using this relationship to fill, and this person's not going to play that game with you. Release the inner critic and fill in that hole with your soul's truth that you are infinite, you are loved, and you're already there. You're loved. Some of you guys don't love yourself enough. You guys are struggling with self-esteem issues, self-image issues, and so you're trying to make this person you're trying to mold this person into who you want them to be to feel validated. You want them to commit to you really quickly because you're afraid of losing them, but you don't even know if you're compatible with this person. So it's best for you to take things easy. Like, don't try to rush the process of getting to know this person. Give them time to get to know you better. Have fun with them. Hang out. Just because you like this person doesn't mean they have to be your husband or your wife. Someone's trying to turn a person into their husband or wife. They're trying to force or rush a commitment. They're not letting things flow. So they want you to chill out. Not because they don't like you, but because you're moving too fast for them. Page of Wands is fast movement, and this is playful energy too. Let's go out to the movies. Let's go on a date. Of course, don't do anything, collective, that will make you feel cheap and used. Don't do anything that you're not ready to do. Because some of you guys may have sex with this person too quickly and then feel bad about it because this person doesn't want to commit to you. But you had sex with the person really fast to avoid feeling like unattractive. You wanted to kind of lure them or bait them into committing to you. So if I have sex with this person, then we're in a relationship. That's not what it is. So don't do anything that you'll regret later on. Don't compromise your morals or your values or your integrity for the sake of being with this person or trying to manipulate them into committing to you before they're ready to do so. Because this is a self-esteem issue. So if they tell you that they just want to be friends or let's take things slowly, then don't give them any money. Don't have sex with them. Don't do anything that will make you feel like a fool if this relationship does not progress into the next stage of commitment. This is casual dating. Could even be friends with benefits. I'm not a big fan of that. But yeah, give yourself a bit more grace. Yes, you may be older. Yes, you're alone or whatever the case may be. Yes, you're lonely, but this person is not the solution to that problem. They're not going to help you. I mean, their presence may temporarily give you a sense of self-worth and you may be high with this person's company and they make you feel good initially, but there's a deeper sense of insecurity here that they cannot fill the void of. This is for you to fix. And the more you try to force them to be who you want them to be, to feel better about yourself, the more they'll push or pull away from you. They'll push back and they'll pull away from you at the same time. So just take things day by day. Have fun. Enjoy the moment. Don't try to rush to the altar. Don't do that. Give yourself and this person the grace to discover each other, to learn about each other, to spend time with each other without the pressures of a commitment. Again, don't do anything that you'll regret later on. Don't have sex with this person hoping that they'll commit to you as a result of that. That's not going to happen here. Okay, so yeah, only do things when you're ready so that you don't feel bad if things don't work out. There's a lot of pressure here. Pressure to conform, pressure to meet certain deadlines, pressure to commit. This controlling energy here. They want you to chill out and be more playful. Let things, progress naturally. If you're compatible, you're compatible. If you're not, you're not. But don't start paying this person's bills. Don't start giving them money. Don't start, doing things for them in the hopes that you can manipulate them or convince them that you're a worthwhile partner. That's not going to work. It's going to backfire on you. So just take things day by day, play it by ear, and work on your self-esteem and your self-love, okay? All right, group number 1, thank you for listening. Now on to group number 2. Group number 2, we have let your friends help you, okay? Then we have what can I burn? What? 2 of Swords, the Devil, the Hangman. Okay. 2 of Swords, the Devil, and the Hangman. This kind of makes sense. Ask for and accept support from others, group 2. So you guys may be at a crossroads here. You may not know what course of action to take as it pertains to a relationship because there's something toxic about this connection. But, you like spending time with this person. You feel good around them, but it's toxic. So now you're confused about how to move forward. You're in limbo. And so now you're looking for guidance. We're seeking guidance from friends, family, loved ones to help you make a decision about this person or the situation that is toxic. The 2 of Swords and a Hangman and a Devil card, I think you know the answer to this question. What can I burn? You may have to burn this relationship. I think you're asking your friends too because you don't want to make this decision. It's like you want them to give you permission to stay in this relationship that is toxic. Burn it. Burn it all. The ugly lies, devil. The pain, devil. The shame, hangman, two of swords. The criticism, devil, two of swords. The images that run through your head, two of swords. The reminders of what you did wrong, two of swords, devil. And the proof that you are not enough. What? This is toxic as hell. Burn, baby, burn. Your soul is calling. It is time for a rebirth. You're like the phoenix rising from the ashes, no longer attached to the past. You are free. Your wings are ready. Use them. Today, soul action. Make the choice that you will no longer let the past define you. Pick up your pen. What will your next chapter look like? Okay, so your person may be asking other people for help on how to move in this relationship, or you're doing this. Your person may also think that you have your friends in your ear too much, and your friends may be giving you support because this seems to be a toxic relationship. The devil card, hangman, two of swords. The devil is a very enticing, attractive individual. You guys have an addictive, codependent relationship, more than likely. And so you're asking your friends for help, or they're asking their friends for help. But there are outside voices here. The two of swords, two crows. This is gossip, other people in your ear, nitpicky, nagging energy. So now it's like you don't trust yourself, collective. Or the person you deal with doesn't trust themselves. They may be asking for help to deal with this connection. Because it is obviously toxic, but you're very attracted to each other. Very attracted. Like a lot of lust, a lot of passion, a lot of, you guys are shadow boxing. Your toxicity matches their toxicity. And it's addictive. But you don't feel good at the end of the day. You feel, burnt out, traumatized, exhausted, used up, angry, frustrated. But then you see a picture of them, or they're in your presence, and it's like, wow, fireworks. So now you're confused, you're conflicted, and you may be asking your friends for support, or again, this person's asking for some advice when it comes to this relationship. But something has to change. I think this is over, but you don't want it to be over. It's not going to be over until you're done, collective. So if you're in a toxic relationship, you're not going to leave until you're ready. So you can ask your friends for help all you want. They're not going to tell you anything to convince you to walk away from this person because you're addicted to them. And addictions have to be burned. You have to burn whatever aspect of your identity, your personality, your traumas that are keeping you tethered to this person, because you're compatible. Your demons are compatible. So you're addicted to this person. You could ask for help. Are you going to listen to them? Will you listen to your friends when they say, walk away from this connection? This is too toxic. Some of you guys could have burned their clothes, or fire is involved here. Reminds me of Lisa Left Eye Lopez and her boyfriend. She burned down his house, or tried to burn down his house while they were dating. And some of you guys may think it's cute, like this very toxic, I'll bust the windows out your car type of relationship, Mr. and Mrs. Smith. There could be even physical altercations, domestic violence, but you're addicted to them. Pisces energy, Capricorn energy. You're stuck. Twice. It's 3 stuck cards here. 2 of swords. You're stuck because you don't know what decision to make. You can't see things clearly. You're blindfolded. You don't see how toxic this is. She's facing away from the devil card. The devil's like, come back. Look how handsome I am. Look how dreamy I am. It's very seductive. The Devil card and the Hangman card have similar colors. So this is an emotional attachment that's very addictive, collective, or group 2. The collective of group 2. And now you're hanging in the balance. So you're stuck. You have to burn something. You may even have to burn letters. You may have to do like some sort of cord cutting ritual. You may have to write this person's name on a sheet of paper and burn it to release the attachment or the connection between you two. But you enjoy the toxicity to some extent, and that's why you're still engaging. And you're asking your friends, but I don't think you're ready to listen yet, because this person's still very attractive to you. You may want them to change. So instead of you walking away, you'll say, well, if I stick around long enough, they'll change. The Hangman is you not making a decision because you're waiting for life to happen to you, instead of you taking initiative and making decisions that will break you away from this connection. You're waiting for this person to break up with you, or you're waiting for like some sort of twist of fate to disconnect you guys because you think you're too weak to do this by yourself. Almost like Whitney and Bobby, that connection. Like she was praying to God for release. Why am I so attached to this toxic man? Very sexy, very addictive, very comforting in a toxic way. To me, guys, this person reminds you of your childhood, or they make you feel very intense emotions that you don't feel otherwise. Like this person makes you feel alive, even if it's toxic as hell. Burning energy. So yeah, collective, I don't know what y'all gonna do, but it seems as if you want to ask for advice, but this person's going to ask for advice, but you're not ready to separate until you're ready. You're not listening to your intuition. You're not paying attention to the red flags. I think you enjoy the red flags, to be honest. You enjoy the toxicity to some extent. I'm not saying you want to get your behind beat if you're getting beaten up. I'm not saying that at all, and that's not, that's really awful. I'm saying that there's something about this connection that is very delicious. It tastes really good. You enjoy it. So now you have to dig deep within yourself to figure out why you enjoy this toxic mess of this person. And the person you're thinking about may also feel the same about you. So yeah, this is mutual combat here. Mutual attraction, mutual addiction, mutual toxicity. You're both involved in this. These two birds could be you and them. And now you can't see things clearly because they give as good as they get. And you give as good as you get too. So you're not out here being abused, God forbid. Not to be crass about it, but you're not out here being mistreated. And you're not giving it back to them. This is like mutual combat. So if they cheat on you, you're going to cheat on them back. If they put their hands on you, you put their hands on them back. Or if you put your hands on them, they'll put their hands on you back. Almost like Jody and what's her name? Jody and that lady from Baby Boy, his girlfriend. It was Jody. Juanita was the mother. I forgot the name of his girlfriend. That kind of relationship. Why am I forgetting her name? That's crazy. The character Taraji B. Henson played. Yeah, it's kind of that kind of relationship. Very toxic, destructive, but addictive at the same time, okay? All right, now on to group number 3. Good luck with that group 2, because that's too much. I don't want you guys getting hurt in the name of love or lust. Group number 3 had more cards than the other 2 groups, so there's a lot that has to be said. This could be the one, codependency, honeymoon. Okay. 8 of Cups. Only one card though for honeymoon. Okay. Then we have, to whom am I comparing myself right now? Do I know all my strengths and am I using them? Am I clear on what my soul really wants? And the Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups. Okay. So you may have walked away from this person, collective, and now they're realizing that they want to be with you. This could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. Eight of Cups is walking away from a connection because it's not emotionally fulfilling for whatever reason. Codependency, addictions are affecting your romantic life. Honeymoon, enjoy the bliss of holiday time. Okay, so you guys have a really interesting relationship because on the one hand, you know that they love you and they know that you love them. There's mutual love between you guys. But there's something toxic about this relationship with codependency. This person can have emotional or mental issues that is affecting their ability to commit to you fully or give you what you want. They can give you 8 cups, but the other 2 cups is missing because of their codependency issues. So you guys, like, okay, this person is very romantic. This is the type of guy or girl who will break up with you, and then a few weeks later, they're taking you out on a romantic date, going to dinner, traveling together. Like, this person is really, really romantic, but it's hard for them to sustain this interest over a long period of time, and it's hard for you guys to, like, make this relationship more committed. You're always in the honeymoon phase, but there's no marriage or commitment. It's like they enjoy having fun with you and good times with you, but they don't want to commit in a traditional sense. They're afraid that their addictions will affect your relationship. To whom am I comparing myself right now? What you're able to see in another is only visible because it is within you, ready to be brought out. Shine light on this feeling of not enough and see the truth. All that you need and want is within you. Today, stop comparing and start creating. So this person may feel like they're not good enough for you. They're comparing themselves to other men. It's like, what if she sees my flaws? What if she sees I'm not perfect? What if she sees that I have this addiction problem? It could be a sex addiction, drug addiction, alcohol addiction, porn addiction. There's something that is in between this could be the one and honeymoon. Their codependency issues, their addiction problems. It's the devil energy. That's getting in the way of this connection. So when you're together, it's amazing. But for some reason, they can't give you those last 2 cups. Marriage, commitment. They can't do it. And you walk away, not because you don't love them, not because you're not attracted to them, not because you don't want to see them again. You're walking away because you need peace. You need to recover from the disappointment of this person constantly sabotaging this relationship with whatever they're doing. So they may come towards you with apologies, a lot of passion, romance, sex, whatever the case may be. And then a few days or weeks or months later, their energy shifts and they start acting cold, detached, and you're like, what's wrong? This person's hiding an addiction. They're hiding something they do behind closed doors that they don't want you to know about. It must be serious enough to sabotage this connection. I don't know. Do I know all my strengths and am I using them? We all have superpowers, but it's up to us to uncover them. When we live and lead with our strengths, we are able to show up in our zone of genius. This inspires others to do the same. Ask yourself, how can I use one of my soul's gifts today to contribute to this open and ready world? So this person, they may need you to, okay. Some of you guys have a gift of intuition, perceptiveness, and insight. So even though you may know that this person is having challenges, you've avoided the conversation. You haven't asked them yet, do you have an addiction issue? Are you an alcoholic or a sex addict? You've been avoiding those conversations. Very, very painful or complicated conversations, but your intuition is telling you something's wrong. 8 of Cups. And I think you know what it is. You love this person enough to pick up on that energy without them telling you. You have that kind of connection. Your superpower collective is your empathy and your intuition. If you broach the subject to them in a very compassionate way, then they may be comfortable with telling the truth about what they're struggling with and why you guys can't come together, how they feel about themselves even. There's deep insecurities here that are causing this codependency addiction issues this person has. They may even have an addiction to attention. They're afraid of commitment. Something is wrong here. And you know it. But you've been too nice, I guess, or too afraid to ask him about it. But your superpower is your intuition and your perceptiveness and your compassion. That's your strength. And so you doing that, you asking this question, or you approaching this topic of their addictions or whatever issues that you think they have, will give them the inspiration or will inspire them to be honest with you about what's happening with them and why they can't commit to you. So yeah, use your gift of intuition, perceptiveness, and empathy to help this person to be more honest about what they're struggling with, because they do love you. They do. And as a matter of fact, once you do show, express this empathy and you ask them this question that they're afraid to, if you ask them about this topic that they're afraid to bring up, they'll know you're the one. Because it's like, okay, this person cares about me enough to intuit what I'm experiencing without me telling them. There could be a lot of shame here. They're ashamed of talking about this issue. And so I'm not going to say they want you to do it, but once you bring it up to them and you show them that you care about them enough to even ask this question, it's going to prove to them that you are the one. Because the other people they dated in the past, they didn't care. They could have just broken up with them and just shut the door and, cursed them out and, gave them the same energy. Okay, you break up with me, I break up with you, I don't want to talk to you ever again, whatever. But you keep inviting this person back. So they know that you care about them to an extent. And if you show them that you care by way of expressing your concerns about whatever you think they're addicted to or whatever you think their challenges are, they'll know for sure that you really care about them and you really want what's best for them, and they can trust you enough to be vulnerable with you and open up to you. Am I clear on what my soul really wants? Take out the shoulds and the limitations. Get out of your head and pay attention to your heart's desires instead. Pay attention to your heart. Get out of your head. Your head is saying they don't want to be with me because they keep pulling away from me. But in actuality, they've gone through a lot of trauma and they have a lot of addiction issues or mental health issues or whatever that's preventing them from really merging with you in a relationship. If you knew it was impossible to fail, what would you do? Wherever you go, go with all your heart. Today's soul action. Ask yourself, what is it that your soul really wants? What does your heart crave? Then take one step in that direction. This 8 of Cups is going towards the 10 of Cups. I think the 10 of Cups is you returning back to this person or this person coming back to you. They're your 10 of Cups and you're their 10 of Cups. But you have to have an honest conversation about what these challenges are and why they keep pulling away from you. And once you do that, once you become a safe space for them or a safe haven for them, they'll open up to you and they'll feel more comfortable committing to you. But they do have addiction, so it's going to be an uphill battle. You're not condoning or you're not enabling them by acknowledging their addictions and working with them through it. Working with them through their issues. You're not trying to enable them or say it's okay. You have to set those boundaries too and say, yes, I know you have these problems, but in order for us to be together, you got to work on these addiction issues. Sex addiction, porn addiction, drug addiction, alcohol, whatever the case may be. I love you enough to work with you through these issues. I can't do it for you, but I'll be here as a support system. I won't judge you for it. I'll give you the grace and the space to heal in our relationship. But you have to have boundaries too, collective. A lot of water here. You need boundaries. More earth, more air. So make sure that you don't become this person's like emotional punching bag, or you don't, or they don't use you to play out whatever traumas they have a difficult time resolving within themselves. Don't be empathetic to them to the point where you lose empathy for yourself. Have grace for them and give yourself grace too. It is really difficult being with somebody who has addiction problems. Really hard. So yeah, make sure you know what you're getting yourself into, and you don't put undue pressures on yourself to be more for this person than they are for themselves. Don't become their crutch. Just let them know that you know that there's an issue. You have an idea what the issue is, and you love them enough to work with them through their issues. But if you want to be with me, we have to go to counseling together, AA meetings together. This has to be worked on. I'm not going to sit here and be, married to a drug addict or a sex addict. That's not happening. So you're walking away. This is you establishing boundaries. You could have done this already. You could have walked away because of their addiction problems, but you love them and you're willing to work on these issues with this person. So this person knows you're the one because of that. Like you've given them grace and space and patience, and they can trust you now. Okay? All right, guys, I'll leave it there. Thank you for listening. Look forward to reading feedback. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll speak to you soon.